Hello everyone, me Phone here, and I'm Son of Beast. As you all know, that the season of the NBA is officially done for the year. Now it's time to step into the postseason and get started for the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Who will be heading to the championship game of the conference, and in the NBA Finals? Find out once this game starts here in the first round. Let's get started on 2K Sports. Hello everyone, Son of Beast here. Welcome to another NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. This is the final game in Game 5, as right at this moment, we've got the Los Angeles Clippers facing against the Phoenix Suns here back at the Footprint Center. And this is where it all has to lead into the last part of the game in between. And then, first game for tomorrow will be happening here in the second round, as we see the Sixers and the Celtics at TD Garden Arena. Following along with another part of a team, as the other hand will be going for the Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers at Chase Center for the first and second game. And then, with that game, we will see what Game 6 will be happening from this part of the game with two games for coming up here over this afternoon between the Cavaliers and the Knicks, then the Clippers and the Suns, and finally, on the other hand, we might have another way to give this one one more try to give it up to another part of this game. So it may not happen much, but well, I guess these are the only two games and you will only have to see for yourself to get over this. And with that one, the Bucks might be finding somebody else next, so we'll have to find out later for the next game. And now, for the final commentary of game number 5, I will have his fan, along with me Phone, and the third commentator of the crew we have across from here. You know, I'm going to give this off to one special person. Maybe this one should be a good lens here, and we'll see how this all turns out. Ball round pen. Well, let's give it up and find out what we have. Guys, all yours. Enjoy your last game of the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports of Game 5. On to Footprint Center.
Hi everyone.
Hello everyone.
It's Fan, and this is the NBA on TK Sports. This is the part of the NBA playoffs as we're about to be seeing. I'm Fan, along with me Phone and Ball Round Pen. Right now we have Dave.
Kevin, we know Chris Paul is nicknamed the point guard. Some say he's the best ever when it comes to running an offense while limiting turnovers. CP3 says, when I step on the court, I don't think that anyone should be able to take the ball from me. I pride myself on making the right decisions, passing, and ball handling. Kevin, he remains a wizard.
He's the tremendous guy, the point guard ever. Guys, thank you.
David.
And we're about to get ready. Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul are your point guards of this key matchups here for Game 5 of the game. And Paul George and Devin Booker are also the key matchups in the shooting guards. They're definitely tough enough now because Paul George was definitely one of the players, a PG-13 motion. They have a lot of them outranged. They're just doing a lot of it as they can. They've done really one of the bestest plays in the game. I have to say this. They're really on a tough breakable run. With the best score of this one, it may not be the tough thing what you're all looking for, but hopefully in that one, they will get it done. But Durant, he has the ball. We are all filled up and we are ready to go. Kevin Durant finds over Chris Paul. Now Paul finds over Durant. Durant swings to Okogie. For three, the three-pointer's off the mark as Zubac got his first rebound. Oh, turnover on DeAndre Ayton. We're all filled up and ready to go as Chris Paul is covered up by Russell Westbrook. And it's Booker on George. Okogie is on Kawhi Leonard and Claw. Then Kevin Durant on Marcus Morris Sr. and Ivica Zubac on DeAndre Ayton. Takes a drive. First two-pointer, no good for DeAndre Ayton. His tough shots, it's not always that complicated if you're going to get this one right away. It's very difficult.
Don't maintain the pressure of it because they're really over it.
George on a coaching. He finds Leonard for three. First three-pointer can't hit the mark.
And their tough angles in the shot may be that tricky, but they may not be that hard to make that aggressive on the play. They gotta fix it up and they just gotta look for another play, scrimmage try.
Paul swings over to Aiken. Just 5 on the shot clock. To Punker. Over George. And that's a tough defense for Ivica Zubac. George has the rebound. Now back over on Paul. Bounce pass to Morosino. Looks it over to George. George looking it over. Trying to make a pass to Zubac. Zubac over Booker. And a shot is good. He has more room to make the layup drive. And he has his first bucket.
Now that's for Ivica Zubac. He was able to make this team how he was able to do one of his better plays in the moment. I never seen how well he's doing it, but in most of that cases, it really has to do it one by one.
Chris Paul receives a drive, and now he has first bucket for the point guard.
That point guard out there must have been out there really well to be a one successful drive. Assumingly, I've never seen what is going on with him for more than a time like that. What a spectacular run.
Here's Westbrook on the other side. And now he lost the ball. And here comes Durant. Durant on the fast break finds Okogie on the wing. 3:30 left to go. Durant has one. Over Kawhi Leonard. Shot foul called by Kawhi Leonard. His first personal. Now Kevin Durant's at the free-throw line shooting 2 and 3:28 to go.
That better play the drive motion out there in the middle of the paint. That may be a very tough offense to pick up the run. It may have been tough, but the score might keep on coming. I know it does. Indeedly, it would happen to be one of the same thing that ever happens. In my only curriculum circumstances for Kevin Durant, he has it all in there for just a tough amount to be on the right call.
He makes the first free throw.
He's just definitely saying that Kevin Durant, you should be here with the better playing Brooklyn Nets. He has a lot of team range. After playing with the Golden State Warriors, well, his first start of a career turned out to be a 2013 start for the OKC Thunders with James Harden. And then across the other angle, also with Russell Westbrook. And now he meets a victim again on the other team. He's now with the other guy himself.
Yeah, definitely true, because you know that it's not really that helpful.
Because they're very on a top range.
Westbrook finds a bounce pass to Leonard. Just 5 on the shot clock. George for 3. Three-pointer off the mark, and now Aiken has the ball. Swings off to Okogie. Okogie fades, finds over Paul, now finds Aiken. Aiken swings off the ball, now finds Okogie. Okogie to drive it. The rebound puts up by Ivica Zubac.
That tough drive was a very strong angle. It's not very particular if you wanted to give that one over credit. Westbrook on Paul.
Now finds over George. In the middle for George. That two-pointer gets off the mark. Okogie finds Booker. Booker towards the outside, now swings over Okogie. Pass back over again to Paul. He finds Aiken.
The screen
Inside his own. Point God of the ball. Makes the second bucket of the game.
That point drive definitely did turn out with the better screen. Well played for the run that they deserve.
Timeout call by the LA Clippers. They will have their first discussion here with only 2:11 to go. Their team is like a starting run to maintain its run.
Yeah, definitely true, honestly. Perhaps on the other occasion for Monty Williams, he might have been just a good underestimation. They're really onto an unforgettable run they really have gotten it into. They're just getting a lot of it started. And that one was a quaint. I may not have anybody else here at that moment. Important. But that is just a definite good Bay offense to take their run off.
And if you're all suggesting that you're all Anime Insanity fans, we've got your tickets here at the Los Angeles. They still have it out there, so make sure you get your tickets now before they're gone. That way, you won't be missed out by seeing one of the shows and meeting the characters here every time in the meet and greet here for the 11 a.m. show and following along with the 5 p.m. show. But the only 2:30 p.m. show is happening here with the screening only here at the Sabia Media Center, happening on June 25th. If you'd like to be the next one here, go to animeinsanity.com/tickets. New substitution coming in for the LA Clippers and for the Suns. Batum's checked in along with Torian Craig and Powell. Then it's Bronx. Across on the other side, we have Cameron Payne, Damian Lee, Terrence Mann, and Mason Plumlee. Miami also in there. 3 for Highland. It's good on the outside. They're now back down by 1.
Only what they are doing it because of Highland was really insaning over the run. He just gives it up. He just wanted to go for it.
Damian Lee pass over again to DJ Rocks. Now pass to Payne. Fades the shot. Looks over to Miami. He looks to Damian Lee. Over man. And that drive good for Damian Lee.
That's a great drive. Damian Lee really wants to settle it down a bit. On that occasion, Damian Lee was very that one particular star.
Here's man on the outside, covered up by Lee. Plumlee will give it a screen. Rejects the call. Terrence Mann shoots over Lee. Around he goes, and he makes another drive. That's a 2-point bucket score, and they are back down by 1. 1 minute ago in the first period, and now back over to Lee. Lee swings it off to Biombo. Oh, that dog for Biombo!
Wow! How did that smack down? No kidding! They're just reading at nothing but you have never seen what it's going to be look like. Biombo, what a jam! I have a lot of it to admit it down, and he was already on a good run.
Since last, after coming with a huge loss against the Phoenix Suns here in the game, that was happened here with couples of games in the game, and the playoff matchups already had happened.
Determination really has to turn things out, what they are going to do with the next part of the game. When they come in there, they just want to keep it winning. We have nothing else to keep it going. We have to do it, team. We need you all.
Damian Lee missed a layup drive. Miami swings over to Lee, now finds Payne. On the outside, finds over Craig. They're down to 3 on the shot clock. Shoots over again. And down to 1 second. Man for the half court. And he's off the target. That will end the first quarter here, a 10-7 run. They lead by 3. We'll get the second period when we come back after the break. And we're about to step in for the second quarter of the game, as right now a 10-7 lead for Phoenix Suns. Now you take here for the Phoenix Suns, since they have seeded playing in the Western Conference Finals. That was the part in 2021. How did it really turn out that they were doing the best?
Well, that simply always have to get there one way that they were already had played for. I know that was very untrue. But beyond honest, my only questions of consideration, it was not the only one that was ever coming. Since I know it, recalling on that one here game and since 2021 playoffs of the game, they were very unstoppable to break out the chain. They really have nothing else to be on there, just like they did. Wow, Mason Plumlee. This ever has to be meant to before, and just to get things there right toward the line. That was a tough one on this part of the game and offense.
Now on the outside is Akoji. Fakes a shot, finds Durant, and one-hand jam, knockdown! That slam dunk puts up for Kevin Durant. They're up by 3.
Oh, you could slam that one in there, KD. Keep on going. Maybe you can get it more.
Westbrook finds Gordon, now finds on Booker. Leonard on Durant. Up with the shot. 2-pointer misses, and Aiden gets a rebound. He has number 2 for Aiden. And we're under 5 minutes to play in the second period of the first half. side is Booker. Booker back to Paul. Open overhead pass to Ayton. Play the layup, and it's good. A two-pointer layup scores for Ayton. Now that's what they always say, DeAndre Ayton, tall man in the center. And that was your 2K drive presented by Momo One. Clippers trailing by 5. Westbrook, right on Paul. Now finds Leonard inside with a 2. Shot scores, and he makes that one a 2-point bucket score. They're down by 3. Now Chris Paul will deliver it. Now gives off to Okogie. He looks to Devin Booker for 3. That's a tough range on the outside. He makes the first 3-pointer. Devin Booker makes the first 3-pointer of the night, and it's now a 17-11 lead. That's tough. Oh, it's Kevin Durant with the block. And that was the first block for the Suns. What an excellent play. Kevin Durant just really receiving at what he does. On the outside of it, it just never really caught it on. Wow. Paul with the fade, finds over Booker. Around with the drive, and it's in for Booker. He has 5 points, and now has a 19-11 run. Westbrook finds Gordon. Gordon swings to George for 3. That's off the mark, and Ayton passes it up. Now he will give it off to Devin Booker. Booker swings up again, and the 3 seconds called on Kevin Durant. Only 3:09 to go, and it will be changing to LA Clippers ball. Now Zubac is checked out, as right now Plumlee's checked in, and Robert Covington's checked in. What a play for Kevin Durant, the KD blocking drive.
That stuff inbounding was a very tough one to be clear. And you know what Kevin Durant does? He just gives that one a good rejection right towards the offense. That was tough on the angle because that was very that hard, and that was an only play.
Westbrook for 3. Good 3-pointer outside, and now they're coming back down by 5.
Always happens here. When Kevin Durant gets a block out of it, you get that one a good call. Every angle, it may be a runoff, just smack it out.
Booker swings over to Durant. Durant around Covington, got and one. That goes with the Suns' 2-point bucket score, and the Zubac with the first personal. That'll be another team foul for LAC. And now the new changes are coming in, as right now Norman Powell will be checking in for Russell Westbrook. Plus another man, Terrence Mann, and Neil Highlander are also checked in for George. And on the other side for the Suns, Bayama's checked in, along with Craig, Ross, and Cameron Payne. So once again, if you're in the New York Center, we currently apologize because all tickets are sold out.
Yeah, I'm sorry everyone. If you're all chanting that you want to get your tickets here for 10:30, well, unfortunately now, the only still option left is the 2 p.m. show. So, gotta make it quick now before they're gone.
Oh, Covington! Just made a one-hand dunk down.
That was very not interesting. The Brutally Gusts definitely get there with another defensive breakdown. They always stop there. They should not be doing that at one occasion.
Craig swings off to Durant. Over and under to Craig. Back in the middle. It's stolen by Covington. Pass break, here we go. And foul. He's down on the floor, and Torian Craig receives his first personal foul.
That's what you don't want to do. You can't just bodyguard him and then let him go down.
That playing in the offense is very aggressive. You don't want that to happen. Norman Powell at the free throw line shooting 2. He makes the first free throw. Now a new changeup coming in, as right now Damian Lee's checked in for Kevin Durant. And to talk about Norman Powell, his last appearance here was playing here in a college team. He was drafted in 2015, as right now the first selection was the Milwaukee Bucks.
and subsequently traded the draft right to Toronto Raptors. Well, the better of this transition out there, that Norman Powell was able to do one of his plays in the game. I think that Norman Powell he wants to give it off to the Raptors first and think about, yeah, this is the team what I want to go for. But now his new contract is checked in for the LA Clippers. And this is what happens all the time. They give it up there and a run.
And the appearance of his run right now, as he played here with the UCLA team, that was the only appearance back in 2015. And definitely, he won the NBA championship with the Toronto in the finals, beating over the Golden State Warriors.
They're a very good team. Every ever played in ever before, they've done it great. And I think Kawhi Leonard is with him.
Yeah, same thing goes with him. I'd like to see that one here reunited again. Here's Payne, gives it off again to Craig. Three-pointer outside for Ross. Good outside the range. They now have 25-18. And down to 1 minute left to go. Highland right over again to Man. Man right towards in the middle. The swinging off pass to Highland. Highland right toward the outside alley-oop. And good. What a play for Highland. And right now, Man has another bucket down.
The alley-oop successful was a very interesting run. How did this always happen? They just never seen it going. They never caught it on.
Lead on Norman Powell. 30 seconds left to play in the first half of the period. Payne with a drive, and he's fouled. Highland received his first personal foul. That will be another team foul releasing on LAC. And now, Cameron Payne is at the free-throw line shooting 2. So, when you talk about this one, instead of like Norman Powell, we also say that back in a flashback of the game, it was Chris Paul. But this real name was Christopher Emmanuel Paul. That was right towards his game. And the point guard, however, he still continues.
Yeah, I say it because he's really that good in the offensive play in this role. Well, his first one has ever turned out to be. He must admit here, when ever game in this offense started off with the New Orleans Hornets, and then his next career appellants, they had drafted him, and they wanted to bring him up over to Los Angeles Clippers. Then, he made another new transition to give up after the Clippers run. Now he plays with the Houston Rockets. And then after that, in 2020 to 21, his appearance at the run for the OKC Thunders didn't go really well. So that one, only one season advances for 2019-20 season. And now, his making appearance run is with the Phoenix Suns. What a block. I like it when this one goes with the defenseman play. Man, makes that three-pointer down. They're down by 4. Oh man, that's a close one they called. They're just going to need to get this one on the focus shot straight, man.
Here's Craig, 5 seconds to go. Payne on the outside. Decided to go for the buzz-beater, and that went long and off the run. And it'll end the first half of the game. It's a 27-23 lead. They're showing good throughout there with the momentum. And now we have some time now to send you over to David Aldridge. Hey David, who do you have?
Hey Kevin, thank you. Quite a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them too. Any concern there?
We're still scoring pretty good, so we got to play better defense second half because we don't know if we're going to keep making the shots that we're making right now.
We'll see if we can get some stops, Kawhi. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right there, David. Thank you. We'll be right back with the second half of the game. Halftime is up. See you later.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. And along with the recruiting, let's have a look at the first half. This is a tough battle, and the range of the point guard and the team. The Suns are in the starting of the pressure run to take over with the deck. Let's have your thoughts on for the Phoenix Suns. They've only made it to a couple of the games here since they made it last season to the second round, and they have already lost against the Dallas Mavericks. But now they seemingly want to do it again. They want to get back in the game, and hopefully in this one they can get it done. and for the LA Clippers. They started to struggle a little bit here on offense, but this one should never be appealing right towards the player on the offense. There might be another way they can find it down, and they might have another way to get over it. And that will do for the halftime show. Now let's send you back to Fan, along with the crews here of the 2K Sports. See you all in the postgame show after the final horn.
And we welcome you back here at Phoenix, Arizona, the Footprint Center, as the Suns have a lead 4-23 right toward the half. And they say Kevin Durant is the biggest player ever. He made that one a great stop.
All you could see was Kevin Durant. He was able to put up a good show here for the start of the first half. And now his only team, he really can settle it all to make that one count. Yeah, Kevin Durant, he's like a good one to take the pressure on offense. And more occasionally, it really has to be one word at the same time. And that's why they really are doing it much better than they have. Russell Westbrook makes another three-pointer. That's an insane run, and they're going to get it over and get it done. Here's and back over again to Paul. Paul definitely did play here for the College of Wake Forest here for the 2003-05 season. And then he was drafted in the NBA 2005 NBA draft. And driving no good here as Zubac picks up a rebound. That's a hard play on the offense because that's not the way that you want to go for. You got to get this one tough, and you got to get it played over and under again. Here's George on the outside. Finds again to Leonard. Leonard swinging over to Westbrook for three. And off the rim, it goes to Aiton with the rebound. It's not enough shot. You got to make that one higher, and they got to go faster. Got to take it over this one again. CP3 on Paul George. Over PG-13. And that's a good D on Paul George. Leonard make a rebound, and now pulling it over another way. George swishes the canyon and makes that one a 2-point lead over the Suns, 27. Oh, they're starting to get a little strangle back here. Oh, the foul has picked up here on Ivica Zubac. Now it's Kevin Durant back at the free throw line shooting two. I think he was looking a little roughy. I think we're going to need to look at this one play again. It looks like he did. Yep, I did see the call. It looks like that was very too hard. And now another free throw coming in for Kevin Durant. And as you know here for Kevin Durant, he's definitely one of the better players. That he was in for the offense and maintained one of the bestest plays in the league. How does it really come along for Kevin Durant to pick up the run of this time, guys? Well, you say that Kevin Durant was able to do one of his better run transition. I say when you call it for Kevin Durant, it's the part of it of the KD that you're noting it for sure. But now, the only one, it was the pick in 2007 with the Seattle Supersonics. That was the first part of the game after playing College of Texas. And now, his moment appears, he was definitely one of the better players. He wants to show it how it is. And just like whatever happens before, like every other team playing in Texas, they really showed the franchise players here in the NBA, they really want to do it. Here's Westbrook finding more senior. Paul George for three. And a bit of a miss by LAC. They're getting a lot of the reboundings out there. They're just really trying to pull it over. They don't want anybody to leave behind. Kevin Durant finishes the floater inside the zone. Now that is a better play in offense. Tough to call that one here. One way to make the commitment. To make that clear. And that was your mobile one try for Kevin Durant. Westbrook on Paul. Right around is Morris Sr. On Durant. Over and under. Rejected by Kevin Durant. That's number 2 for Durant. See you later. It does happen to be going around and say good night. And finishing the drive is Devin Booker. And Chris Paul with the assist. Wow, Devin Booker already on hyped out there. Let's go. Let's put it down. Wow. I say this was very that good. The NBA playoffs on 2K Sports is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. as the moment expires. Ruffles, the official chip of the NBA.
And by
State Farm.
Caller get a free call now at 1-800 State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Now, for better play in the statistics, we say that Devin Booker also won. After with the KD of the dynamic trio, then Devin Armani Booker. He made out and played in this game since he played with it also with the Kentucky Wildcats. And he was the first round person, 13th overall draft pick of the 2015 NBA draft. He definitely did one of the players this season here. And definitely he was one of the better players in this game, and since being born here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's a part of it near Canada, and you know that whenever he does it before, he just really wants to say, this play in this career is a good fit for me to make that clear. I will try to get along with one of the players out there and get along with new friends.
Oh, Plumlee just went down with one hand and Russell Westbrook with the assist.
Jeez, Mason probably was ever seen when it was going, but that was a holy thing. In my most minding cases, it may have been unable to be just very good. In that case, they're just gonna get it done.
Ayton towards around Plumlee. Fade the shot, finds over Booker. Here's free for George Paul. Rebound by Ayton. That's number 5 for DeAndre Ayton, and now it's Paul back the outside. And Booker for the 3. I'll never miss my Phoenix Suns. Russell Westbrook receiving another rebound here in the game. And here's Covington. Westbrook on Paul. Finds again to Leonard with 2. And he missed the shot again. Kevin Durant receiving a number of shots here and another rebound. That's number 3 in a row. Now here's Durant trying to make a move out of it. Pass again to Okogie. Okogie swing off again to Ayton. Around Plumlee. That's a great rebound here for Plumlee. With only 2:15 left to go. You're still trailing by 2. George swings off. Out of bounds. That goes to Suns ball. That'll be the first turnover for the LAC. Check out one more time for Kevin Durant. Oh my goodness. He is like a monster block shot.
Whatever you say for Kevin Durant, he gets a block.
And now for the new substitution. As for right now, a couple players have checked out. As right now, he's on the bench. Torian Craig is checked in. Here's Ayton on the wing. Gives the feed back over again the ball to Booker. With under 2 minutes to go, it's now a 33-31 lead. All around ball. And whoa, Covington rejected it and got a piece of that one. All they're just saying it, they just wanted it. Like, stop it.
No more ever.
And Paul George revenges himself with a reverse driving game. And now they're tied up. With 1:35 left to go, here's Ayton. Suns trying to get over with a breakaway chain. Ball on the outside, now in the wing, covered up by Russell Westbrook. Over again to DeAndre Ayton. We're around Plumlee, and got a piece of that one. Plumlee receiving another rebound, and now Russell Westbrook up to the attacker. Missed the shot, Plumlee, and foul bucket in one. Right now, Chris Paul receives his first, and DeAndre Ayton should have been doing it, was trying to reject it.
Well, that should have been a better call because this was a very difficult, and you can't just mess it up with the player in offense to give another run and get it back where you come from. That's a tough one to get the scores in.
Speaking of this one here right now, Paul George is definitely one of the better American professional players. He's a 4-time media of the NBA All-Star, All-Defenseman team, and the All-NBA team. He likes to be called PG-13. Well, that's because you say it. You can't be wrong about the Clippers making new trailers out there for the movie. PG-13? I mean, no other you can. Because that's a jersey. Here's Durant. Around the 2. That's a good shot here. As Kevin Durant has 13. 1 minute left to go in the third period of the game. And Gordon on lead. Gordon trying to swing over against a man. Trying to make the cut. Terrence Mann. Rebounding no good. He's off with the rebounding plays. And now Craig has one. Here's my elbow in the middle. Oh, he slammed it! Re-elbow! A bumbo bam jam.
A bam jam? I thought it was slam jam.
Well, I made that one up.
Don't be that risk. You can't take this sort of risk for a little elbow slam jam.
Powell for the three. And a miss again, and Plumlee is running over bench up here.
All you say was, you gotta stick up with your man, you just gotta get over this. You don't want to leave him alone. You better make that one a clear runway through the
And Durant for the two, and does it! Makes the 2-pointer for Kevin Durant. They're back up by 1.
Wow. Kevin Durant. He's like already legit out there. What a play making of this run. Ever since you know every buzz beater makes, what we call it KD. We love you. And we are all done for the third quarter. For our final quarter, it's coming up after the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with you after this.
And a moment now to reveal your State Farm assist of the game.
Now this is one way that we all say, because one way is another way to tell what is the difference here. And you know this was why? Because Kevin Durant has receiving it around Robert Covington, bucket count, and 1. Hope you've been enjoying us here for tonight, and now we are all coming down to the fourth quarter of the game. This has been a fun matchup, and as you may have called it before, the Clippers and the Suns did meet each other back for the 2021 Western Conference NBA Finals, because this was the only part of the game that we're ever seeing it just like they did it before. I know this was the only truth, but the only thing is never gonna keep on going. But you can just say it's a hard one to maintain their way. Other shots, other ones can get it over it. Haynes passes off to Okoji. Now over again to Booker. To drive it. That tough shot. And he makes that one in there. Another 2-point score for Devin Booker. Well, it's a very tough one and you have never clarified it, and you just really know Devin Booker gotta drive it. An excellent job for Devin Booker of a mobile one drive. A lot of us in stats out there doing really well with the steals and the blocks. And here's Leonard for 3, cashes in. They're tied up again. And Jordan and Norman Powell with the assist. Oh man, they're starting to get a little pressure out there. They're just gonna say, I'm coming. No one can never guard me now. Okoji on back on Booker, now finding again Okoji. Over to Craig. Shoots over Plumlee. That shot goes off the target. That range was basically mistaken. It was badly aged. Not really what the same thing everyone does. In just the only words, it may have been happening to be a fault. Now here's Payne. 4:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Booker on the outside. Decides where to go. And Okoji right towards the outside. Here he is. Payne delivering the 3. Nowhere to go. Rebound again by Eaton. And lost the ball. It's Plumlee with the steal. They're grabbing it and ripping it. Let in for the lead. And he is going to get fouled by Josh Okoji. And he's at the free throw line shooting 3. Uh-oh, that's not good. They are just going to get out of it, and they are just saying, you got too many fouls, you got to stop. Kawhi Leonard at the free throw line shooting 3 after the foul whistle on Phoenix Suns.
3 shots.
And yes, that's when you hear the call. Free shots for Kawhi. The Claw better get this one done. He makes the first one.
Now with a new change up here, as by now a couple players have checked in and out. 3 players are in. Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and Marcus Morris Sr. And on the Suns side, Payne is checked out, as Chris Paul's checked back in. He makes his second free throw, and just like that, this was the second one he has. Just one more to get it. Well, that's what he would always know. He was definitely born a part of it in it, and this was his team. This was his hometown because he was born in Los Angeles, California. And the part of it in his team, he says, this is where I grew up here playing basketball, and that's my home team. I would love to be here with the Clippers all night. And that's why he really persuades that he is an LA player.
And now Paul right towards the outside, back to Okoji. On a run, fast break, and foul by Zubac. That's his first personal foul with 3:39 left to go. They're trying to get it tied up. No 3-pointers at the free throw line for Kawhi Leonard, and as right now, they're about to get it tied up
For number 2 points to put it up for Josh Okoji. And for this part of a high school, he played in San Diego State. That was a part of the 2009-11 season before he started with his pick for the 15th overall in the 2011 NBA draft. He makes the first free throw. I understand now. Whenever you say that Kawhi Leonard was definitely playing with the San Diego State, he loves to be in the Pacific. Well, he wants to stay part of California and part of Los Angeles. Well, first, he was selected by the Indiana Pacers. That was the first one that he was ever going to get there. But his recruit, he just didn't make a change. He wants to go to San Antonio first, but he has no regrets to find out what has happened. Then it was Toronto Raptors, which you called it last time, because that is where he was, making his team to make a new change-up. And now he says, I want to be here. The state of California is where I'm born at, so I would love to be here to play with the team of the Clippers, not the Lakers. Yeah, that's a good reason because he's the Clippers and he definitely wants to do it for all.
Just 6 on the shot clock. Booker. Layup. Oh, wow. Morris Sr. I think that Paul George had a rejection.
Well, that tough call really has to be on the bet.
Paul George for 3. Waste no time. He missed the 3-pointer again.
Ugh, that tough shot at the angle was a terrible run. Should have given this one another look. The angle is not that easy.
And Booker to tie the game. Rebound by Ayton. Paul on the outside. 2:30 to go. Paul swinging over again to DeAndre Ayton. Outside. Booker to tie it. And no good.
No, this has to happen like that. Every time they're just going to keep on shooting.
Kawhi Leonard missed the 3-pointer. Now we're approaching almost down to 2 minutes to go. And here comes Ayton inside. Put it around Marcus Morris Sr. and scoops it in. That's another 2-pointer, and now the timeout's been called by Clippers with 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. They decided to talk it over again and just keep it going.
Oh yeah, I know that LA Clippers are getting very excited. They're just going to say, we will do it. We've got another play of this and bounty. All it does happen to be once more, he was a lot. It was a lot of permanent transition out there. Really never shown what his courtesy of this lineup has turned out what he has done. And if you never know, Kawhi Leonard sometimes usually makes his way and he likes to go with the Padres in this game. But for this one, he's decided to say claw for the CL of claw, or the other word for KL as claw. Well, if you want to go for it, which one do you like to go for? Well, I have to go with the KL because that's a little weird. I mean, I have never heard what was going on. Me too either. But anyway, this really has to be honest. I like the KL word. The claw
really has to know for itself. That's why the beast known as the clock may not be the only person that you might be important of.
And now we have time for the New Balance player of the game. For game 5, it goes to Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook was able to take all of his own rookie credit scores. The run of it for Russell Westbrook has turned out to be one of the best. He has done it a very great job in the passing offense and also with the rebounds. He made that one also great pointers on the outside. He definitely have it all. And right now we have a report from David Aldridge as right now brewing up for Kawhi Leonard. He was able to do one of his only team. It's not what the Claw does because that really has to happen for most of the game and part of his one-time effort to maintain right around the deck. They're really showing up for the court on offense to maintain its run. But when for Kevin Durant, he says Paul George and Kawhi Leonard seem to be a lot of that hard to say that this was tough. But it's not all about getting up and staying up as long as you can. It's all about getting it done and go right towards the offense of the run. The better the game, the more harder they have. Yep, it's definitely what they all say. They must get it over. Shot clock down to 5. And a cut in, finding Paul to drive it in the lead's good. They're back up by 1. Chris Paul receives 6 points in the game. With under 1 minute to go, Paul on Booker. There's a 2, and he got it back up in front of the lead. And he finally has the bucket down. A lot of biggest changes out there because there was 4 of them in time. Each changes was only 10, but it was not the only way that they were all going for. They seemingly can't get done. Here's another angle for Booker. Booker looking it over. And here's a 2 for Koji. Rebound by Ian. Outside of Koji. Booker. Paul. Outside of range. 20 seconds left to go. Booker for the lead. Oh, he beat that. But the ball entered the basket from below, and that will have to be the Clippers' ball. Well, they're not seemingly doing this one all over the place. You can't enter the ball in the net because that was the play that you don't want to get over this. Now the personal foul has been called by Devin Booker with 15.5 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. And Paul will definitely do the same. Now Russell Westbrook is at the free throw line shooting 2 to try to get away with the score. Every time the offers, they just really need to get this one over run. Russell Westbrook got to get over and fight to make it to win it.
He missed the first free throw. Hit off the rim for a second. So he's concentrated and now he's ready. And he hits the second free throw. Now they have some timeout for the Suns as they will talk it over with 14.6 seconds left to go.
They seemingly are a very tough team there at inbounds. They're really on a bigger run, and they are just trying to upset the team to pull up a disappointing run.
The NBA playoffs on 2K Sports is brought to you by
Your local Kia dealers.
a moment that inspires. American Express. Don't live life without it. And by AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, and secure. With the game coming up here late, coming up after the Stanley Cup playoffs in the first round, we send you right over to the second round as we are about to see the Sixers and the Celtics at TD Garden Arena. That'll be the first game happening here at 4 p.m. That'll be the next one that will be happening here for the next game. Actually, 7 p.m. will be not that bad at all. And then following along with the next game, it will be the Lakers and the Warriors at Chase Sound. That's the part of the game that they are going to get this there next, and we'll see how they do with the part of the second round of the 2K Sports. But now, the decision starts now. Just about to get this thing done. Here's Devin Booker. Booker, Okoji, Tataye! Missed the range! And now the foul has been called by Chris Paul, and it looks like they're gonna get it over it.
Oh boy, this is gonna get a lot of trouble making in a history run. I don't think the three-pointer wasn't enough for Josh Okoji. He didn't have the shot right. He's off the target line. That was all he did.
He makes the first free throw. Just one more. And he makes the second. Final timeout call by the Suns with 5.7 to go. And if you're tuning in for the sixth game here of the NBA playoffs, we got another one here. As the Clippers will rematch against the Phoenix Suns here for another part of the game. Following along with the Knicks and the Cavaliers back at the Garden. As now the Cavaliers have a 3-2 lead over the New York. And they will have to find out if they can try to make this offense like they're ready to get on the run. And then pick up another strangle run to pick up at the play of this game. They're very tough in offense. They really have never showed of going along like they did. But they really have nothing else to try to keep it over it and again. They are all over it and they really got to try to do with another part of the team. They've got to get this one over. And a better player in this one, who do you think will have the higher range for the next game of the Sixers and the Celtics here, Nico?
Well, I will have to make that an aggressive call. And listen to Jason Tatum, it really did play with the University of Duke. I'm going to say that Jason Tatum has to go with that one. I got to give them the credit for Game 1 winner before they head over to Game 2. And probably, I think the other hand, LeBron James, I think we're going to give that one a credit for the number one hit.
The Suns need to try to get this one offense and try to pick up the run. Kevin Durant in the corner for the three, makes the cash, but now the timeout has been called by the LA Clippers. Right now we're just going to need to make this one change up a little quickly here. To maintain a run, they've got to get this one over and they better do something else about it. They really are trying to make this one play get in there as long as they can.
All they say was, this was nowhere to be found. They just really got to get this one over with.
This is it. Do or done for the Suns. They will have to stop the play, and that's a fourth foul for Chris Paul. Russell Westbrook at the free throw line, now to get that one extension to get the credit line over and over again. He makes the first one in. If he makes the second, then the game is over. And he hits it. So that will do. And with that game, it will not happen for the Clippers to get in the game. That will win for over the Phoenix Suns in Phoenix 52-48. It was a hard breakout chain.
Everyone else is putting up a hard in-depth.
And to close things up right now, we send you over to David Aldrich to close it up for the New Balance Player of the Game. All right, David.
Thanks, guys. Russell, congrats. How satisfying is this win?
Great. When we supposed to do, we came in and compete at a high level defensively. For the most part of everyone.
Continue to keep it going, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And that will do for the NBA playoffs of Game 5. Along with me, Fan, MePhone, and Ball-Round Pen, this has been a presentation of the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining with us, and we will see you again next time for the next game of the NBA playoffs. See you later, and so long.
Fan, thank you very much. As right now, the final score turns out to be a 52-48 lead, and they definitely have made a win. The Clippers are switching it back into a 3-2 lead over the Phoenix Suns. They are starting to get right in loud and proud. They're just pulling it right along the way to make that one count. The score of this drive is a very hard and tremendous run to maintain the run on the deck. Points in paint was 30 for the Suns. Then it was 42% for the Phoenix Suns. Then 35% for the three-pointers. And 83 free throws for the Clippers. Then fast break was 5. Second chance was 9. Bench points was 23. 15 assists. 7 offensive rebounds. Then both teams are being even up for 19. 3 steals for the Suns. 4 blocks for the Suns. 4 and 8 points turned off for the LA Clippers. And also 5 team fouls for LA. 5 biggest dunks of the game that was turned out just like it did before. Biggest lead was 8 for the Suns, and 14:44 was the time of the possession. Now we head over to 3 star players of the game. We start off with number 3. And we are giving a runoff to one of our better of the play. You get that one, you got an answer. Devin Booker. 9 points, 2 assists, and only had 13 performance run of his game. Made 1 3-pointer, and field goals with 4 out of 10. On to number 2. The second star, on the other hand, goes out to Kevin Durant. 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 blocks. Excellent job on defense. I think we're going to give him a call a defensive player of the night. That's the part of this game. And 1 dunk performed and 17 performance run was the total of his combo. So that definitely has to end up with number 1 player. And they all say, you can definitely say that he is the greatest. This one goes to Russell Westbrook. He has 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 17 performance run, and your New Balance player of the game. So that will conclude Game 5 of the NBA playoffs. I appreciate everyone tuning in for the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. If you'd like to go check out the next part of the game, the previous game, go ahead and check out in my video list below. Also, with the next part of the game, we will keep your eyes tuned here for the couple of the team rematches. As right now, we will be seeing one of the NHL of the Stanley Cup playoffs part of the first round. Thank you all for watching, and it's been a blessing with you. We always salute you. We just give you one a good fare. Have a great night in the Valley of Phoenix, and along with the Clippers of Lights, Camera, Action in LA. Until next time there, folks. Peace out, everyone, for us a while as the NBA playoffs in 2K Sports style. This is Centerpiece, and you can follow me on my social media on Instagram and TikTok. Discord coming soon. Bye, guys.
If you don't, somebody will.